Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're trying a full face of new to me e.l.f. makeup. I was able to find a few little things that were sold out in some places, and now that I reunited a whole face of e.l.f. cosmetics, I wanted to bring it to you guys and give you my first impressions, and let's see how this goes because I've heard amazing things about e.l.f. I think I've tried a few products. I'm not using the putty primers today because I have tried those before. And I don't really have an idea of how much I like it or not because I've only tried it twice and I didn't pay too much attention to how my foundation held up. Anyways, I'm not gonna get stuck into that. We're gonna start by prepping the face. This is the Illuminating Mist and Set from e.l.f. And I'm pretty sure the ingredients are not bad. Sometimes I might fail you guys, but most of the times I made sure that the ingredients of the stuff that I'm using are very clean, are good for your skin. Yeah, I mean e.l.f. is not a clean brand, you know, but I'm talking about brands that actually have like too much drying alcohols or just ingredients that can irritate your skin. I try to stray away from those kind of products. So I do pay attention, especially if it's a face mist, because that's like the thing that your skin will absorb the most. After you have your layers of primer and all that, like it's harder for the makeup to absorb into your skin. So that's kind of like my 2 cents on that. I'm gonna go in with this, which is not e.l.f. It's the Sika Pear Tiger Grass Drops, which I barely ever use, but I feel like I should use them more often because they do actually get rid of the redness. And even though my face is not irritated, I feel like since I'm so pale, or I don't know, it's just my face tends to go a little red sometimes, and I feel like you can already tell that it's a little bit less red. And I'm not gonna add a bunch of this because I don't want it to change the texture of whatever I'm using afterwards. And as a face primer, instead of using the putty primers, which are not illuminating or like hydrating, I'm using the hydrating face primer from e.l.f., which I bought 2 by accident. I wish I could do something to like, there's makeup that I just use for one video and then I'll have it like sitting there, and you know, it keeps accumulating because I keep buying makeup from different brands so that I can bring you guys different reviews. I mean, 5 times a week. So that's like a lot of makeup brands that I'm like investing my money in. And as you can tell, I'll show you guys, everything that I got from e.l.f. is new. And I just opened it right now because I didn't want to take forever in front of the camera. So I'm just going to throw them over there and pick them up later. Because I just wanted you guys to be sure that these are my first impressions and that I'm not like lying to you guys about what I feel these products work like in the first place. So I'll never do that, you guys. Like, I'm a small influencer and there's no point on me in lying to you about a product. I don't get sponsored, and even if I did, if I don't like a product, I'm never gonna lie about it on the internet or to anyone because I try to recommend the best products to my family, and you guys mean my family. Like, whoever is supporting me will become like my family. So for foundation, I'm gonna start with foundation first, but before that, I want to add the Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is the reason why I hadn't done a review on this brand, because I really wanted to get the Halo Glow, you know, which apparently is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. I find it a little less shimmery than the Charlotte Tilbury, but I hope this gives like a really healthy glowy look to the skin. That's what I'm hoping for, and let's see how this goes. I lost my sponge that I love and I just wet this one. I have no idea where it's from. So with a sponge and with the amount that I added, which might seem like a lot, but it's a very thin formula, it's not gonna end up looking like a lot of makeup on my skin. As you can tell when I get up close, it's really not that much. It's not covering my dark circles. It's not just, this is just supposed to give you like a healthy glow, and that's what I'm looking for. So let's see. I'm gonna go in with a foundation, which is the Flawless Satin Foundation. Oil-free medium coverage in the shade Light Ivory. I forgot to tell you, this shade is shade 2, Fair Light, which I thought looked a little dark for me, and it's not too dark. But I'm actually gonna add a little bit of this to the foundation to see if I can get an even more glowy look. So let's pump out the foundation. Hopefully it's the right shade. See, like, you can tell it's new because the pump is not coming out yet. And I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of this just to mix it in and see if it makes a difference. Even though I don't know how the foundation performs at all because I haven't tried it, but it's making it a little bit darker, which I thought the foundation was a little bit light for my skin tone. I always try to focus most of the product on my T-zone, on the areas that are the reddest areas, so on the bridge of my nose, obviously under my nostrils, and I like this area to be paler than this where I'm adding like the bronzer and, you know, the whole shebang of the blush and stuff. And I'm gonna remove the rest that's on my hand because I don't feel like I need any more. It actually looks like I have a lot on, but I feel like once you go in with a sponge, it won't look like too much. I want to see the texture of this foundation on my skin. I don't go for matte foundations most of the time. If I'm going for a matte foundation, I really make sure that I prep my skin, that it's so freaking juicy that there's no way that the matte foundation will crease or become like cardboardy on top of my skin. Like, and the reason why I would use a matte foundation would only be if I'm going to an event, to a wedding where it's gonna be warm. But like for my everyday, I definitely never go for foundations that are full coverage and matte. So I think this is looking pretty cute. I mean, oh, I really like the finish. This looks better in person, you guys. I definitely need to invest in lighting. I feel like natural lighting in camera sometimes doesn't look that good, but I feel like this foundation looks incredible on the skin. And it's hard for me to say that about a full, well, it's a satin foundation, so it's not a matte foundation, but it's surprisingly better than I thought it was gonna be. So we're gonna go in with the concealer, and as you guys know, I do not like to add a lot of concealer. Focus on the inner corners, the outer corners. You can also add a little bit to the outer corners when you're done with your eye look. I don't know if this concealer is a little too dark on me, but once we apply bronzer and all of that, I think we'll be fine. And always a little line here. Oh, that was crooked. A little line here. This makes such a difference. It like lifts up your face and also this area. And as I always say, there is no point in adding a bunch of concealer right here, because once you spread this a little bit here, you will cover your dark circles. Your dark circles are not like all over here, unless you do have dark circles all the way there, which I haven't seen too much. Don't add more concealer than you need to. And I say that in all of my videos, you guys, because I keep seeing people, I mean, I'm not famous, so like people are not like following my rules. I'm not a makeup artist, but I am passionate about makeup since I was younger. And I have just found little tips and tricks, not even from the internet, just like things that I add a little more of this and like switch a little bit of that, and some makeup tricks can really change the whole look of your face. So let's see, this is like a little hard to squish. So I'm gonna put it on top of my eyes as well, and it's a little hard to squish because it's not as soft as I like it, even though it did become a lot softer than before I wet it, but I don't know the brand, you guys. That's the thing with sponges, unless you're getting like a Real Techniques sponge or a beauty blender, you usually forget about the brand that it is, and then it's like, oh, let me find it again. That's gonna be a mission. So I think I got rid of most of the redness, which is it's most of my issues most of the time. I think the face looks really, really beautiful in person, but I don't think it's translating the same into the camera. Like into the camera, I feel like the face doesn't look as even, as flawless. And I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, this looks great. So I don't know what to tell you guys. You are going to kill me, but I'm so thirsty and I need to get my coffee. Sorry guys, I'm telling you, I always forget something. But my mouth was getting dry. So much better. So anyways, do I think this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury? What is this supposed to do? It's a glow liquid filter. And you guys have read rave reviews about this. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. Look at that shine. No, it's definitely gorgeous. The thing is, between this one, the Auric, and the Charlotte Tilbury, I would have to like put one in one area, put another one in another area, and set another one in another area, and really, really pay attention to what they look like together, because I can't really tell a difference. But to me, my favorite two are the Auric one and the Anastasia one, and the other one. Sorry, my brain is always fried as usual. My brain. Okay, I'm gonna go with eyebrows. No, I should probably go with complexion first, because then I ruin my eyebrows with my brushes for complexion. So I'm gonna go in with the Powder Contour Palette, which I already opened, because I didn't want to take forever opening these things for you guys. The worst thing about getting your nails done and working with makeup is that you will always ruin your nails. This lasted me one day, like the rest are perfect, and this one is already broken, which I'm not happy about. So I'm gonna start with this shade, which is a little cooler. You always start with a cooler shade so that you can create dimension on your face, You can start with little taps, little swirls, whatever works for you. Like sometimes I do one side and then the other one, but if I feel like I have a little bit too much product on one, on the brush, I'll just go onto the other side. And this definitely doesn't look as cool as it looked in the pan. So this might even work just as a regular bronzer, to be honest. You might not even need the other one, but I am gonna add a little bit of the other one just to warm up the rest of my face and not just this area. All right, let's see. Let me get up close. Always use the taupey shade, the one that is not too warm on your neck. And the secret to getting a flawless face of makeup is always to blend a lot and to work in very thin layers. That's why I always tap my brush. That's why I always tap it also on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna see if I can contour my nose with the shade. Let's try. It's tricky, you know, like finding a good contour shade for your nose. It is tricky. Let me see. I don't even know if I grabbed any product. What is this dark spot? See, it's like you can see things on camera that you can't see in person. Like now I didn't even go with my brush through that side, on that area. Like, why is it making me have two dark spots on my nose? Might look cute or not at all. I'm just gonna have to blend, and then just go in with my beauty blender and cover up the areas that I'm not liking, going all the way up to the brow bone. Since I already exaggerated the crap out of this, let's grab the sponge. Add a little bit of, maybe a little bit of concealer, which I can't find. So maybe not concealer. Oh, here it is. See, like my nose looks extremely dark. I don't understand what happens sometimes when I do my nose, because those two, like, oh God, I don't understand. I'm just gonna go in with this again and see if I can fix my disastrous nose, because it definitely looks a lot darker than the rest of my face and it doesn't look even. All right, oh God. Let's see, let's add some to the middle of the nose. Okay, I think this might work a little bit better. I don't know what I grabbed with the brush, what I did wrong. I don't understand, because it shouldn't have ended up like that. But I feel like this is like subtle. I'm not loving this as a contour, but I'm scared of adding more. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this, and without any product, just go right. Never do your contour too outside, because that will just widen your nose. Go as close as you can between the two lines. There we go, and you can do a little line right here. And I think that's good. I'm not gonna muddle with it anymore. And I'm gonna add a little bit of that taupey shade to my eyes, as I always do, because I feel like that just gives them depth. And like, you could definitely go in with a monochromatic look and just add taupey here, or a little bit of a cheek color, and add some cheek color on your eyes as well. You know, just like whatever you add on your eyes, add it on your cheeks and also on your lips. Not the bronzer, but like I'm talking about like the blush color. And I just feel like it looks so natural, so beautiful, so effortless. That's one of my favorite looks. Today, I think I'm gonna go in with an easy eye look, just because I'm not in the mood to create like this crazy eye look. But I do have 3 little palettes, 2 of the bite-sized ones and 1 of the regular ones, which is kind of like in grayish purple hues. I am not into gray that much for my face. I don't think it suits me very well. And then this powders. These are supposed to be highlighting powders. Yeah, this does highlight a little bit. And this other one is supposed to be like a setting powder. But I did get a setting powder, so I'm not gonna set my face with that. I'm gonna set my face with a brush that I can't find. It's here. Yeah. I'm gonna not set my face, I'm sorry. I'm gonna highlight my cheekbones. Let's see if this is a good highlighter. Just because I find that having quads that work well are so useful to just like travel around. If you can just travel with these 2 quads, you're good to go. You know, you can get eye looks done out of this. Like, you can get pretty much anything. I'm still missing the blush, so that's why it might not look like that cute right now. But always work in like little circles, very light taps. I don't mind adding it all the way to my cheeks because I like my cheeks to look glowy, not just my this area, whatever it's called. My, what is it called? Whatever. You got me. I like to add a little bit of shine to the rest of my cheeks so that the whole face looks really, really healthy. And I think we're achieving that so far. Definitely gonna add a little bit of that to my brow bone before I even start adding more color. I just want to set the color on the brow bone. And this might have had a little bit of extra color from another shade because it doesn't look as pale, but I don't mind it. I think it looks cute. And yeah, you guys, it's boring to see and watch someone blend the crap out of their face. Maybe it is boring, but take it as like kind of like a makeup class from a rookie like me who just loves and enjoys makeup. And sometimes I find it easier to follow people who are not like professional makeup artists. Like they're super fun to watch, but sometimes watching professional makeup artists is like once you tried it, it's a lot harder than it looked. So I have cream blushes and I have powder. So I think I'm gonna go in all the way in. I'm gonna go all the way in with blush today. So this is in the shade Bronze Cherry, which sounds just right up my alley. It's beautiful, super creamy, you guys. This, like, if you stick your finger in it, you will ruin it. And this is Glimmering Guava. Oh, I feel like these two together, let me mix them up, might look really, really cute. And yes, they will look cute. But then what am I gonna do with this palette? I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of these ones and see if I can still play around with the palette a little bit. I'm adding like the tiniest little dots. Ooh, never mind. Why do I open my mouth before I do things? Okay. Do I not have a blending brush? This will work. I just want to see how easy it blends. Blends super easily, you guys. Look how, this is not even like a cream blending brush. It's just a bit of a tight brush and it's working perfectly to blush my face, and I am happy about that because I just love it when products actually work and I'm like, yes, I'm gonna get more use out of these. You guys, I don't know how people do giveaways, but I would like to do a giveaway. But I don't know if people would want, like, let's say I try makeup for just once for a video, you know, or maybe twice, like whatever. I'm gonna go in with this palette. They're all beautiful, but I think I'm gonna go in with this one, the light pink. I'm not sure if people would be down to like use makeup that has already been used. I don't have anything, like any infections on my face. I take care of my skin, and I mean, you can just spray it with alcohol and the product will be clean, you know. It's just like makeup artists use like the same makeup on different people and it's totally fine. So I was thinking like maybe do a giveaway of makeup that I already used for makeup review instead of just keeping makeup that might be sitting in my drawer for a long time, because who has more than one face to play around with? No one. So I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know how YouTubers do it that have tons and tons of makeup. Right now I feel like I've ordered so much and I have tons and tons of makeup, and I don't want to just waste them and for them to end up living in a drawer, because it's not fair for the makeup, it's not fair for anyone, in my honest opinion. That is just my opinion. I'm gonna add a little bit of this to my forehead. Just a little bit more of an orangey tone. Just play around with makeup, you guys. That's the funnest part. Like, what happens if you mess it up? You clean it up, and that's it. And that's how you learn. You won't just learn from watching videos. If you don't practice, you're probably not gonna get better at makeup from just watching videos. It's like watching TV in another language so that you learn the language, but you never ever practice it. That's probably the same thing. So just practice at home. Maybe put me or anyone you like in the background and be like, okay, so she's doing this, I'm gonna do this, and like do whatever you want, literally whatever you want, and see how that works for you. You might love the results, you might find new tricks. Like, I have found a lot of new tricks, and not from watching videos, just from like getting to know my face. And yeah, I don't know, I just feel like anyone can become good at makeup. It doesn't matter if you're a good painter or not. I have no patience for painting like aquarellas. Is that what it's called? Well, watercolors, not aquarellas. Yeah, I always make up words in Spanish and English. Watercolors, or like painting with anything. I used to be good. I used to enjoy it. I used to be good when I was younger. I'm gonna go in with this highlighter, which is like the legit highlighter. And this one has no name, but it's probably the only highlighter that e.l.f. has. I don't know what shade this is in. It doesn't feel super smooth, but it looks, as you can see, it looks beautiful. So we're going for very glowy cheeks today. So, yeah. Sometimes you want to try doing things because you feel pressured to do them, or because you used to do them, and it's like, if you're not into it anymore, don't do it. Like, life is too short to be doing things every day that you don't enjoy. I figured that out not too long ago, because I was dealing with my addiction. Well, I don't know if you guys know, like all of you guys know, but I'm an alcoholic in recovery. I don't go to groups or anything. I just like stick to my guts, and I'm not saying it's the right way to do it, but it's the way that it's worked for me, because I get bored in group. I hate listening to the same stories over and over. I hate the drama that goes on in the groups. And maybe this is TMI for you guys that don't give a crap about like those kind of groups for addicts and stuff. But like, I'm just telling you my story. So after like about 8 years, okay, I'm gonna show you guys. This is the thicker pencil from e.l.f. And as you can see, I've tried it, but the end is quite too thick and fat. And I just opened this one today, which has a thin pencil. And from what I'm feeling right now, it is gonna work great, because the product is applying perfectly fine. Sometimes the product is great and I am not inspired to do my brows. See, like, why am I going all the way up here? Why? I feel like whenever I'm alone, I do my makeup a lot better. So I'm like looking in the mirror and I'm like this and like that, like in the actual mirror. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But hopefully I can get a decent face of makeup that you guys might be like, oh, e.l.f. might be worth it. And in my opinion, e.l.f. is one of the best low cost brands. is that what it's called? Like low cost brands. Yeah, like it's hard to fail when with an elf product from what I've seen, like reviews that I've seen. And I mean, it's not the same thing spending like $500 on a full face of Gucci, you know, which I already did. And I have a few high-end brands sitting down on my drawers that I just like accommodated everywhere there, because I want to do videos on high-end brands as well. But I'm kind of like in the fence of like, should I just wait until I have a little bit more followers so that I don't like not waste, because waste is not the right word. It's just like, if I'm investing so much in a video, I would rather wait a little bit until I have more followers and for the video to get more views, because I am investing my money in it. Nobody's paying me anything to buy these products. I don't receive any PR at all. I'm a tiny YouTuber who just started. So I don't want to just be like, okay, let me show you Tom Ford, Gucci, Chanel, all this and that. And then like in less than 2 weeks, I'm done with all my high-end brands. And then I'm like, okay, what am I going to show now? Because people are not going to be interested in the lower end brands. I don't know, you guys. It's like a complicated thing, you know. I'm not sure. I'm new at this of being like what is it called? A content creator. I'm using this, the e.l.f. Wow Brow. Doesn't say the shade. Oh yeah, it says neutral brown. Neutral brown sounds good to me. Let's see. Oh, this is holding to a lot more product than the Tarte pencil that I was using yesterday that had the other side with the spoolie. This is holding to a lot more product. So I actually don't mind getting a little bit on top of my brow, because those are just like my long hairs getting it dirty. Like getting the top of my brow dirty. But I just haven't found the right moment to, like, I also want to make full face of random stuff that I haven't tried. Like I have a Jeffree Star palette that, do not ask me why I bought it. I'm not a fan of Jeffree Star. I don't stand by, like, I don't want to talk crap because this is like the last thing that I want to be doing on the internet, but like, I'm not her biggest fan, you know? And for some reason I bought his palette and a concealer, and I think that, oh, and the lip mask. Yeah. And what got into me, I have no idea, because today, like, this wasn't a long time ago, but today I'm a lot more careful about where I invest my money, because I want to support people who have similar values to mine, people who are kind and people who are just genuine. And I'm not saying Chanel and Gucci are genuine people or whatever. Like, those are just luxury brands that are a whole new experience for a lot of people. And like having luxury brands is also really exciting, because the packaging is so beautiful, the formulas are sometimes really amazing, and there's nothing wrong with investing in luxury brands. But if I'm gonna buy a Jeffree Star palette that's the same price as a tiny Chanel palette, I would rather buy the tiny Chanel palette. That's just my 2 cents. Not everyone is like that. I know a lot of people love Jeffree Star, but he doesn't give me like the best vibe. I'm like a very chill person, and I'm not just saying like that, I'm so chill. Like, of course I get mad sometimes and stuff, but like, I didn't use this one, I'll use it another day. Or let me add a tiny bit of this to darken up my crease. There's not a lot to darken up the crease, but maybe we'll add some shimmery shades. like there is some to darken up the crease, but they are purple, and I'm not in the mood to add purple right now, so let's add a little bit of brown. Oh, that barely grabbed on anything. I know a lot of people are obsessed with certain YouTubers that just don't feel right to me. And that's okay, because we each have our own tastes, we each have our own personalities, and I'm sure the people who end up following me will have a similar personality, or at least similar taste to me. I just can't imagine having the same followers as Jeffree Star, because we're so different. Like, and I'm not talking about the amount of followers, because like that would take me like probably 10 years, if so. I'm just saying, see, I like this better. For some reason, I like adding like a lot of like brownie, like extending my eye. I don't know, I always end up doing the same thing, like adding just like a deep brown to make crease, or any dip like color. But I am gonna add some shimmer to the inner portion of my eyelid. Not everywhere, just the inner portion, to make that area light up. See? Yes, 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 yes. So, I still have a video that I'm gonna do about Juvia's Place, because I placed another order on Juvia's Place, on their website. Because I didn't know they had another foundation that wasn't matte. So I was like, oh, let's order some more Juvia's Place. I want to support their brand. And I'm going to do a video on Juvia's Place soon. But I just have so many brands to do videos, you guys, that I don't know how to accommodate them so that they work best for the community. It's such a small community, but like, I just want to get my money's worth. That's the honest truth. Like, I don't want it to be like, oh, okay, you already just did all your high-end brands that you spend like thousands of dollars in, and now what? Like, go back to drugstore brands? Like, I want to mix and match drugstore, high-end. I don't want to just focus on one, because that's how I like to do my makeup. I like mixing drugstore and high-end. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, I feel like it's the best way to find the best products. I'm getting too far away from you guys, sorry. I feel like it's the best way to find the best products, and create like a makeup bag of your magic products that always work out for you. I don't think you need a full bag of high-end makeup at all. Like, literally not at all. Like, I've been able to get a full face of cheaper brands that looks better than high-end brands. And I don't know if it depends on the formula, if it depends on like the ease of use. Don't know what it depends on, but I feel like lower priced brands are really coming up with like new and inventive ideas that are pulling customers from not just focusing so much on buying like the typical Sephora brands, which most of them are high-end, but they're not like luxury brands. But I feel like NYX has done a great job. I feel like Revlon has done a great job. I feel like Elf has done a great job. Like, so many brands that when I finish my makeup look for like you guys in the camera, I'm like, wow, this looks just like any other kind of like professional makeup that I would have bought. So what are your thoughts on that, you guys? Like, do you only buy high-end? Do you have like a mix and match? what is it that you guys enjoy? And maybe you guys have recommendations on how I should do my videos. Based on what you think would be best for the like my small tiny little community, which I love. And yeah, what you guys would like, what you think would be best for me. And by best for me, I mean as in like I cannot keep spending this amounts of money forever, you know, like with having such little followers and just buying like, let me buy Tom Ford, let me buy Gucci, let me buy Chanel, let me buy Lancome, like all of these. Like I've invested a lot of my savings on these products, and I'm just like waiting around to bring them out, and I don't know if it's the best idea, but that's just what I'm doing. And hopefully it's a good idea. I'm just gonna powder my face. Let's see if this powder, it's called the Perfect Finish HD powder. I want to touch the texture. It feels really soft. It basically disappears on the skin. And I'm just gonna powder my face with the same little, I love this brush. I wish I had more of these. This is from the Morphe and Ariel collection. I'm not sure if they're still selling them, but I just saw a few YouTubers using them, and I was like, what's the deal with these brushes? And they're actually pretty incredible. As you can see, I'm like powdering a little bit right here, but never going all the way up here. I'm just powdering here to set the makeup, powdering on top of my lips because that's where you like sweat a little bit, powdering around the nose, on the sides of the nose, because you don't want that area to be shiny. You just want the middle to be shiny. And so far, this powder is looking marvelous. Marvelous. Yeah, this is performing like a high-end powder in my opinion. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't think it's drying my face. The thing with powders is like sometimes you just have to wait a little bit and see how it works out with your skin later on. And yeah, I don't know. I have these three glitters. So I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of one of these glitters to my eyes. This video is gonna be long, you guys. I am sorry, but I had too much makeup. I'm gonna add like a little line that you can't see when I open my eyes. Let me see. A little other line. Yep, it's cute. So now I have to add 3 lines to this side because that's what I did. One is lower. I love adding little accents of glitter to my eyes. I just feel like they look so fun. And they can make like a very classic makeup look like mine that is just like a brownie, smoky-ish eye. It can make it look a lot cuter. One more. Yeah? What do you guys think? I like this shimmery situation. It looks kind of odd in camera, but in person, it looks great. I think it looks super cute. And now we're just gonna clean up with a tiny bit of concealer on this area to lift it up. This is a fat concealer wand, so it's not that easy. If I can find my sponge. This is also not the best sponge for this. Because I like my sponges to be soft. Like really soft. Whoa, see? I went on top of like the eye look. I'll fix that. to this side it just worked perfectly fine. And here there's like a little bit of a grayish situation. Let's see. Yeah, there's some gray right there. There we go. So, sorry guys. I keep going back and forth, but this is just me showing you the reality of someone who loves makeup and who's not an expert, but who knows how to fix their mistakes, which is important, I think. Yeah, fixing your mistakes is very important because I feel like there's nobody exempt from making mistakes. I love to add a little bit of a rosy tone to my nose, and I feel like I'm just gonna add a little bit more rosy going all the way up here because I like to raise this area. So see, like the whole thing with the eye is gone. And as you can tell, this area is not that raised, so I'm gonna add a little bit more and raise this area. Most people focus their blush right here, sometimes too low, and that just droops your face. So if you wanna like lift up your face, always focus your blush from here to here. Do not go straight like this, because this will just droop your face. I can assure you that. Try one side and try the other one, and you will see a difference. So anyways, for lips, I'm gonna add this in the shade Pink is Up. Thought it was gonna be too light, and I actually like this. I'm not lining my lips. I've become lazier and lazier to line my lips on an everyday basis. And then I'm gonna go in with this plumping gloss in the shade Mocha Twist. I like that color. I'll show it to you guys on my hand. It's beautiful. Lots of gloss. I like outlining a little bit with my gloss. So anyways, you guys, I'm gonna mess my face so that it looks healthy and glowy again. And this is the final look. With only e.l.f. Cosmetics, I think it looks cute. I really like it. Yeah, I can't complain. I like it. I don't think any of the products gave me any problems. I think they all worked in conjunction pretty well. Nothing balled up or became like crackly and like, you know, sometimes makeup brands don't make their products work well together, and I feel like e.l.f. has done it. All their products work very well together, and I feel like you can achieve like a very beautiful makeup look without having to spend a ton of money. And I mean, all of the products that I showed you are probably like a fifth of the price of 4 products that I buy from Tom Ford, or even like it's ridiculous. So anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys had fun. I know my videos have been very, very long, and that's why I always tell you guys to keep my video in the background while you're cooking, or you're just like doing your nails, or you're knitting, or you're doing whatever you want to be doing. You don't have to be sitting down like this looking at my video and just like staring and getting bored, you know. Just like kind of look at it in the background, and like you'll hear my voice, so you'll know what I'm doing, and then you can just be like, oh, okay, so I kind of like that makeup trick, and I feel like I might like that product, and like just like have it in the background if that's what you wish to do. And having that's what I do all the time. Like Sometimes I'm doing other stuff and I have it in the background, but I'm actually like paying attention to two things at the same time. And it's refreshing for me to watch YouTube videos where there's no drama, where there's like, I love it when people talk about their personal life, but without like the drama or the controversy and all of that. Just like talking about their life in a way that they just want to express it to their viewers. And that's what I want to do with you guys. I want to create a relationship where we feel like we can connect and you guys can comment on my video. I will always respond, and just create a community and feel safe in here and know that nobody's gonna judge you. At least I would never judge you guys. It's not my place. And I come from a rocky past where I dealt with a lot of things, like as I've told you guys, like addiction. And if I can open up to you guys about that and about my dad passing and all of that, I feel like that might help you feel safe in this channel, in this environment, and I hope it does. And thank you again for being here. It means the world to me. If you like, comment, subscribe, I would really appreciate it, because growing this community means that I can keep spending all my money on this. And not only that, investing time and getting excited over this. So you guys make me be able to continue doing this. So I really thank you for that, and I hope to see you on my next video tomorrow. And have a happy whatever day it is today, Tuesday, Monday, sorry guys, or Thursday. What in the world? I knew what day it was this morning and I completely forgot. But anyways, have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.